was summer, and it was camping.
Good bite.
Toss, wash. Wow. Smell
Unstoppable. From the moment it leaves the factory, critical parts of your engine are building up deposits. And at Valve,
I want to build a smaller version of this. It's going to be a little different. Floating, miniature version of these set lines. Right on. This makes me happy. Hi, I'm Greg Ovens, and this is Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. Well, I hung out here at one of my campsites. It's nice sometimes to just go somewhere different instead of always going to the same spot over and over. I really like this spot right on the river. It's good for fin, for water, coffee water in the morning. But anyway, in this video, I want to make a different fishing set line trap. I'm going to go to one of the lakes though. But today I can build the trap here. You've seen my fish line traps, set lines. I used that one on the 30-day with Zach at the lake and it was successful, but I didn't get video of it going off or catching the fish. So this time I want to try to put a GoPro there, get footage of the trap going off. So this is a kind of a different idea and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Everybody likes the fish traps. So get some materials together, spend the day building this thing, and then we'll get off and try to use it. If you want to see a detailed explanation and demonstration of me building one of my set lines that worked, go to the 30-day challenge. I built it at camp, showed how the parts work, and then took it to the lake and actually had success overnight with it. But I'm going to build another one and explain a couple of things about these set line traps that I think you'll find interesting. I've got a couple of trees. I've got one here, one here. They're about 4 feet apart. Now, they could be a foot apart, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, even up to 6 feet. You could use these trees along a creek or a lake and they'll work for a set line. If it's 6 feet apart, you're just going to have to wind the paracord more than if they're a foot apart. But a foot is usually ideal, a foot to 2 feet. But I'm going to make one quick here with a trigger system, show you a couple of things about the trigger that you can do. Then we'll get on with building the one that I want to do. We'll have to clear some of this stuff out of the way. I'm going to go about a foot, maybe a foot and a half from the ground. Like I say, with this bright orange paracord, be able to see easier. Try to keep it fairly level. And like I say, you can go 6 feet between trees or carry a couple of stakes you can pound in the ground. Works quite well too. Sometimes you have to improvise. Just get rid of this saltberry bush and kind of interfere. I'll probably get a good trigger system off of this though, I think. So, this will come up a bit. It's not quite level. It's better. Okay, I got my set stick. Fairly skookum piece of larch branch here. Now, basically, like I said before, if the lake's there, you got to make sure you wind it the right way. But see, because I've got so much length between the two trees, if it was a foot apart, it would have been tight enough by now. So I got to go a lot tighter the further I get apart from the two trees or two stakes or whatever. It's starting to work. And I've got this stick where I'm winding it on an angle because I don't want it to keep turning. I want it to hit the ground and stop. You'd be surprised the power that these set line traps have. The bigger the fish, the tighter you wind the paracord. If it's just little fish, you don't have to wind it all that tight because you just need a little bit of movement. I decided to put a rock here just to stop my mechanism. I already tied inner piece of paracord, a little easier to see than fishing line. This will be my trigger. I've got another one I'm going to put in the ground, another stake. You can see these little knobs, kind of L-shaped. Okay, so figure out where my stake is going to go. And sometimes the triggers will slip off and you have to maybe adjust the angle of your stake in the ground. Sometimes there's a few things you need to do. Or sometimes if you've got a lot of tension on this, you have to make sure your stake is deep enough in the ground or it'll just pull it out of the ground, depending on how much pressure you have. For the demonstration, I don't need tons of pressure. See, this is a touchy trigger. Wants to blow off easily, which is fine. I don't mind that actually. When the bottom of my trigger is straight up and down, okay, I got it to hold there. So as long as it's holding, it shouldn't take hardly any pressure to release it. I've got two different little branches on here, you can see. Because sometimes what will happen is one will hold the trap, the other one won't. See, like there, it's holding. If I go here, it just wants to come off. So this little guy is the one that seems to hold in place. Right there. And that's a hair trigger because there's not much holding that. Just this little knob. And this line represents the fishing line that would be out in the lake or river. See, I've got an alternative here. Instead of a stake, sometimes maybe there's more rocks in the area or the ground very hard to pound the stake. Little lip on it. You see? I can use this. So I might have to play around a bit. Get the rock kind of where I want it. And what? Don't have your face over top. I almost got whacked in the face setting one of these triggers. Like, stand to the side in case it flips out on you. You see how I got to play with this to get it to want to stay? Okay. And sometimes if your trigger, if it's straight out from your stick to the lake or river, pulling this way isn't releasing the trigger very easily, then you would put your line out to the side where it's easy to release. See? And the other thing to keep in mind is with these type of set lines, you can't have slack. That's the thing. Throw your rock or weight out, then you run your line back and make sure it's tight. If I want to build a small version of this, it's going to be a little different. Floating miniature version of these set lines with a sail that I can take out in the lake. And I want to, this time, get video of the trap going off. We'll put a GoPro on the platform so we can see it go off, pull the trap back in, and we will have success in this video too. I'm not going to put my idea or my own invention down. These set lines work. If you're in a survival situation, you want to have as many of these along a river, creek, lake, whatever. I like set line traps. Let's get on with building our floating one. I've never done this. I did put the mouse trap in the lake and just let it float in the hole and it worked. But this is different. Okay. So I got a piece of 2x12. Actually ends up, they're not 12 inches wide. They're only 1.5 inches thick. But this board was just sitting around here. Somebody obviously left it for kindling. I think it'll work good for my trap. I want to put a point on it. And I'm going to use my chainsaw, and I've got some screws. If I have it, may as well use it, right? I'm going to take these pieces that I
Why was the gift late to the party?
Because it was all wrapped up. How do potatoes resolve their...
Hey everybody, welcome to Camping with Steve. I built a fake bear trap that I can crawl into and sleep inside of. I'm going to see how this goes over at a public campground. So let's go camping. So anybody that knows what a real bear trap looks like knows this is not the real deal. But thankfully, that's a very small percentage of the population. Most people are just going to look at it and not want to camp beside you, and that's the plan. We pulled into the campground and we're getting some looks already. The person behind me seems a little concerned. But the whole point is not to pull up to a busy area and scare people off. The point of this is to pull up to a completely empty area and prevent anybody from camping beside me. Because normally the way it goes is you choose a secluded spot, and no matter what, in an empty campground, somebody will still park right beside you to camp. That will not happen today, my friends. I've never actually tell another camper that there is a huge, ravenous, bloodthirsty bear in the area, but it is heavily implied. They just drove right past. All right, this is the perfect site. There's nobody around. I managed to park at an angle that actually blocks the campsite out completely for anybody driving past. There's nobody in any of these other sites here, and I don't think there will be. We got fresh water right there, right up ahead, and this is going to work great. Nothing inside of here is fancy. It's really just a 4-foot wide culvert. And I'm going to slap a sleeping pad on the bottom, sleeping bag, and oh, really echoes. Self-inflating. I'll let that start inflating for us. Wow, that ramp is rusted on real good. Once you get closer, the whole ruse unravels. This is clearly a grate from some fire pit. These are little pieces of steel on the side held on with zip ties. There's a piece of plywood painted matte black in there with some vent holes. Wood on the bottom with this reflective strip on there makes it look a little more authentic. But, you know, most people driving by are going to get out of here real quick. On this side of the fake bear trap in the truck, nobody can really see much. So I can actually prep a meal back here. Nobody will suspect that I'm just normally camping. Not that this is normal camping. Since this is actually bear country, I bear spray. In the event that a bear associates a bear trap with bait food that they put inside those bear traps, I got some good stuff here. I've got a picture of a big foaming bear right on the label, so should work good. It is mosquito time. I think there's one buzzing around the lens there, actually. So I got the thermocell to try and ward some of them off. I get questions about this. Yes, it does actually work. Yes, it is kind of expensive, and I don't know if it's bad for you, but it probably is. It's I'm not sponsored by them, but there's these little poisonous pads that heat up from butane heat from underneath, and you can literally see the mosquitoes dropping dead out of the sky around you, which is probably why you shouldn't sit right beside them. For today's video, I just brought the simple bear necessities. Waffle iron, deep cycle battery and inverter, camp chair, a power pack to charge the phone with. For some reason, a bunch of framing nails. Cheers. Let the camping begin. I love being out here. You just feel the stress melt away in an instant. As soon as you got the campfire set up, you got your air mattress in your bear trap, it's just beautiful out here. Got a couple of chicken breasts, and first thing I'm going to do is pound my chicken. I think it's a pound town. Then I'll dump in the flavorings. Avocado oil. That bird doo-doo on the table is not an appetizing way to prep a meal, but it's camping, right? So I think I'm gonna do Dijon in here. And this is a little thing of, it's got mixed in garlic, onion, black pepper, and salt, which means I only have to carry one canister. Every meal seems to say to put that in there. And, oh boy, some honey. Splash. Dump this in the cooler real quick, because raw chicken up here in this temperature, you never know. Yeah, keeping a clean picnic table, like everybody spills on these things all the time. These are existing stains from before I was here. That will attract bears, obviously, and we don't want bears. But when you're prepping food, if you leave it sitting out and turn your back for a second, the birds will come down and eat it, because campgrounds, the birds here are conditioned like garbage birds. They're swarming around waiting. They know when you're not looking. I've lost some food before when I turn my back for a split second, so don't want to do that. About 4 or 5 vehicles have drove past, and none of them have slowed down or stopped. Okay, I spoke too soon. Somebody literally just pulled up at the campsite right beside me, motorcycle. And motorcycle campers don't carry a lot of gear with them. They're not in a hard-shelled camper. So if he sees this bear trap, he may just change his mind. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. There is so many empty spots in this campground right now that are not beside me. But let's see if this works. Good, how are you?
Is there actually a bear in the area, or?
You know what? There isn't. No, this is just my camper. It just looks like a fake bear trap. Stops people from camping right beside me. Yeah, it's a fun little project. All right, everybody's cleared out. Yeah, that guy was just relaxing for a little bit at the picnic table, checking his social media, etc. And he is gone. So things are looking pretty good out here. The back of this is clearly just a piece of plywood, but people can't really see that from the front. And when they're passing, I didn't think they would notice. And inside, it is a very basic thing. Okay, here I am inside. Well, this looks familiar. I think I've done a thumbnail like this before at one time. But yeah, the let's see. I probably should have put a little bit of plywood on the bottom or something so it was flat. But this is curves around like that. It's actually quite comfortable. Got air holes in there. Not that it matters, because on the other side there's enough holes. Don't let mosquitoes in like crazy.
Lesson number 1, Ralph's Club, New York. Vanilla, sandalwood, and perhaps the most unexpected of all, blackcurrant. Complex, highly sensual. I'll see you in the club.
Arby's roast beef sandwiches, now 4 for $10.
Mazda gives you more. More comfort. More room. More peace of mind. When you leave nothing out, there's more to move you. Discover more at the Mazda Summer Sales Event. Current inventory remains unaffected by new tariffs.
Take advantage of one of these exceptional offers during the More to Move You sales event.
At Apartments.com, we go above and beyond to make renting easier on every single level. Neighborhood.
I did think it would be funny to put a little growling bear noise in here that they could hear through those holes there. But I don't need people calling conservation or whatever to say, oh, your trap caught a bear. And also, it's hard to sleep with growling bear noise beside you. But that's pretty little cozy culvert like this. And just stretch out. Nothing wrong with this. I felt there was no need to make this really fancy inside because I'm never going to be able to camp in this again without people knowing it's a con. I got mushrooms, butter, and this shake it all spice here. And we're going to get that started first. Seems cooked up. I'm going to serve this with a waffle. Here we go. Oh, that looked rude. Okay. All right, so we got one mangled waffle out of that because the top of the battery terminal started smoking, and I just shut it off. And I think it was the bolt wasn't tight enough, but this whole cable is a big cable and is still a little hot to the touch, but that's all right. This is great. I'm gonna make this at home. Wow. Fortunately, with no neighbors, I have the lull of the highway to put me to sleep. And my plan backfired a little bit because there's another road over there that didn't get to see the bear trap. So they're blissfully playing glow-in-the-dark frisbee really loudly. But that's okay. I shouldn't be able to hear any of that inside my bear trap tonight. This experiment has been a resounding success. Ah, there we go. It's beautiful out here. Stress melts away. Oh, I love it, guys. But I will let you know that I'm working through grief still, right? Grief is a funny little thing. First thing you lose is your confidence, creativity, ambition, and you're not just grieving the people you lost. You're also grieving the life you used to have, and that sounds very selfish. Like it's about the people you lost, but your life was built around them, and that's what you lose. So I don't just want to put up a video for the sake of a video. I want to put up a good video and something that my friends will be proud of. So enough about that. Grace neighbor would love this contraption. It's actually much better than the last time I've slept in anything remotely resembling this, because there's no mosquitoes flying around. Hopefully, haven't seen any. There's no puddles underneath me. This is actually quite a good thing to camp in for the night. And we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. That is by far the best sleep I've ever had in any hike. And that's not saying much, but still, I slept in, it's like 10 or so, but it's not even hot here. It's staying nice and cool. Like, we painted it white on the outside, obviously, for that reason, to keep it nice and cool. But, it's nothing like sleeping in a tent where you're just roasting. So it's a good situation. I'm gonna throw my shoes on and make our run to that outhouse. And everything's pretty much packed up, so I can pull out of here at any moment, which is the beauty of sleeping in a fake bear trap. No tent to take down. I think it was pretty convincing, because normally when I camp in something silly, people come by and talk about it with me, like, oh, that's neat, or what's that? And the only person that stopped by thought that it was a genuine certified electrified bear trap, and was wondering if there's a bear problem. So I'd say that's pretty good, but yeah, nobody took any of these sites around me, that's for sure. And there is lots of empty sites in this campground. I didn't kind of pull a jerk move and keep everybody from camping here. Oh, that's the closest camper down there, I think. Somebody's camped out there. All right. So, oops. One of the better outhouses I came across in campgrounds in quite some time. That was a very refreshing surprise. Sometimes, like, going into them, you got to put your shirt over your nose and hold your breath a good bit. But that was very fresh smelling. Very fresh smelling. So I could linger around here all day, but I think I've terrorized this poor park enough for the day. So I'm going to pack everything up and get out of here. Done my quick look around here. I don't see any garbage at all. I like to do just one final sweep. Pick up if other people have stuff, pick that up too. What's this? That's a twig, right? I can leave that. That's natural. That's good. I'm just delaying the inevitable because I suck at backing up trailers. Let's do this. If I pull this off, that'll be funny. Okay, I'll consider that a win. And just like that, we are out there like nothing ever happened. I did get a message from somebody, a friend of mine that knew what I was doing, and he said that there was a post about this on an Alberta camping group. Somebody was wondering about their situation at this particular campground. So, didn't arouse too much suspicion, and I think it was overall a thoroughly enjoyable evening. And thanks, guys, for coming along with the trip. I'm just going to focus on driving here, I guess. I should. Well, thank you for choosing to spend time with me here. I know there's a lot of things to watch. And you found yourself here for maybe you've got watcher's regret. I don't know, but hopefully not. I usually try to keep busy with some random odd things like this. And I got a few other projects that I'm working on right now. And, I appreciate all of you coming by. Please consider subscribing if you don't want to miss out on more of the absurdity. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks so much. Hunker down and stay stealthy.
Hey,
Hey, I'm stuck.
you're stuck.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. I remember that bit. What if you tried looking a little farther away?
You guys as well,
Yeah,
but it's closed.
you sure?
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Okay, I got it.
Lowe's knows that no matter the paint project, saving is at the top of the to-do list. So to help you refresh your space, this Labor Day, select one coat coverage interior paints or buy one, get one free. Lowe's, we help, you save.
Hey everybody, welcome to Camping with Steve. I've got the back of my pickup truck set up as a secret camper that looks like yard waste. So let's go camping. I access the back of it through this little slidey window on the back, so I don't have to make it obvious that I'm getting into it from outside. And nothing is less suspicious than a junky old truck filled with yard debris. It can't be here. Earlier on, I scoped out a little spot. There's